Hi everyone, welcome to this video. I'm going to be trying out my favourite colour pencils with you today. So if you'd like to find out what my most used colours are and my most used brands are, stay tuned. So all of my favourite pencils are in my little DIY bowl, and the criteria is they have to be small enough to fit in this bowl in order to be considered my most used or most favourite pencils. Now let's take them out and have a look. I'm actually shocked that there aren't any oranges or yellows in here, because after green and blue, which are my favourite colours, my next favourite colours are orange and yellow. I don't know how these pinks got in there. That doesn't make sense to me, but I think I have an idea why. These pencils have been small for a very long time, and I've been meaning to film this video for a very long time. Due to that, I've been kind of avoiding using my tiniest pencils. One, because I knew I had to film this video, and two, because they get quite uncomfortable when they're this small. You know, they're quite hard to use. I did buy a pencil extender, so I will be using that to finish these off. I'll show you the next set of pencils that were close to these. These are the other set, which were my most used. Now, as you can see, these pencils are quite a bit larger than these ones, so I have to be very strict and not keep these in this video. However, you can see that my next favorite colors are oranges and yellows, and they're still turquoise green and chartreuse green or khaki green. And also there's this everything color pencil, which I absolutely love, but this video is not about them. So let's swatch these. I'll tell you their names and I'll tell you what I love about them. First up, we have the Carand'ache Luminance 162 in the colour Phthalo Cyan Blue, which is quite a hard name to say actually. Up next, we have the Carand'ache Bicolour Pencil in the colour Blue and Red and in the number 999, which is what you call to get hold of the emergency services in the UK. Then we have the Carand'ache Luminance 671 Prismacolor Blue, another difficult name to say. Next is the Carand'ache Luminance 661 in light cobalt blue. Then we have the Prismacolor True Blue in 903. Now we have the Prismacolor Light Cerulean Blue in 904. Next is the Prismacolor Apple Green in 912. Then we have the Prismacolor Spring Green in 913. Then we have the Prismacolor Chartreuse in 989. Up next is the Prismacolor Lilac in 956. Then we have the Prismacolor Blush Pink in 928. And finally we have Prismacolor Light Peach in 927. Now that you've seen all of them swatched, let's talk about them quickly. So as you can see, there's only two brands here, which are my top two favourite pencil brands. which is Carand'ache Luminance and the Prismacolor pencils. They're very different, but also the same. The ways in which they're similar is just the pure saturation of color, the color payoff. Doing only one layer and getting enough pigment without having to go over it several times is really what I'm looking for, because we all don't have a lot of time, right? I'm also a very big color person, and it's really important to me to use saturated colors. I do not like subtle colors. You can layer these up, of course, but I am looking for color payoff straight away with the first layer. So that's what I really use these for. Lots of artists don't enjoy Prismacolor because they are a soft core pencil. They are wax pencils, so they break very easily, essentially. However, I still do prefer them sometimes over the Carand'ache, just because I find that sometimes the Prismacolors go over other things, other layers, other mediums, a lot easier than the Luminance, whereas sometimes I have to build up the Luminance. The plus side with the Luminance is that they are light fast, which means that they've gone through certain testing to make sure that they are museum grade, or, light fast, meaning they're archival quality, which just means that they fade at a much lower rate than the Prismacolors will. The Prismacolors are not light fast, but they are very fun to use. I use this Carand'ache Bicolor and this Luminance. I can't say the name of this blue, but it's Luminance 162. Both of these I use to draw. So when I'm sketching, when I'm outlining, I use these two to draw. And that's why this one is so small. And actually, I've already started a big one, and that one's already halfway done. So I've probably already used this up. I kept keeping a hold of the small pencils because I needed to make this video. I really enjoy drawing in a color. If that's not something you've tried before, I highly suggest you try it. For some reason, there's only certain colors that work for me. I have tried other colors. At the moment, I'm actually really loving these two to draw in. And for life drawing, I really enjoy this because I feel like this pencil actually gets much sharper and pointier, and therefore you can be a bit more detailed with it than the other types of pencils. With the Prismacolor, they are not available stocked in the UK. There is one online shop that I've seen that stocks them. It's called thecolourpencilshop.com, and you can buy them individually there. They're £2.40 each on that website. So they are a higher end pencil. These are around £4 from London Graphic Centre. They're both quite higher end pencils. That's the downside with the Prismacolor. I haven't found a stockist in the UK to stock them. The way they came into my life is that somebody gifted me a set, I think from Amazon, which is another place you can get them. But I prefer to buy the pencils I've run out of. I don't want the whole set again. So that's where I'm kind of stuck. I think I might place an order with the Colour Pencil Shop. Just bear in mind that they are not light fast. So if you're thinking of selling work, it's probably not a good idea to use these, although I'm sure some people do. I've just checked online, and apparently this lilac colour and the lavender colour that comes in the pack, they have been discontinued for a while by Prismacolor because they had issues with the supplier where they get the pigment, and then apparently now you can buy them individually but not in the set. They're not included in the set anymore. But I really like this lilac colour, so I do highly recommend getting one if you're thinking of it. Overall, you saw how buttery soft they were and how pigmented they were. I really do enjoy both brands. I know some people are die-hard for one or the other. I love both. I think they both have their advantages and disadvantages. I'm going to continue using both brands. As you can see, I really love my blues and my greens. Let me know what you thought. And remember, you don't have to go ahead and buy entire sets. You can just go and try one pencil and then see if you like it. Is it useful for the kind of work that you make? Or perhaps just that one pencil can motivate you, fill up a few pages in your sketchbook. And then if you like that, you can always add it to a wish list or save up and invest in a pack. I prefer not getting packs. I prefer buying things individually just because I've found that I obviously radiate towards certain colours and not necessarily need realistic colours. So I don't actually benefit from having an entire pack of colours. My darker colours and my duller colours always finish much slower than my highly saturated colours, if that makes sense. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that was useful to you. Let me know down below what your favorite color pencils are. What colors am I missing from my life? Is there a brand I should check out? Is there any advice that you have that you would like to share about what I shared today, or anything relevant? Don't forget that I upload every Monday, so I'll see you here on Monday with another creative video. I hope you're doing really well. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye.